Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install Windows 11 on Proxmox the correct way. No hacks, no broken installs, and no guessing. If you're building a home lab, testing software, or just want a clean Windows 11 virtual machine, this guide will walk you through everything step by step. By the end of this video, you'll have the Windows 11 fully installed and running inside the Proxmox. So let's get it started. We're going to head over to the Microsoft website and we're going to download the Windows 11 ISO image. So you can Google search download Windows 11 and click on the first link, which is the Microsoft official website. So this is the current release of Windows 11 2025 update version 25H2. By the time you're downloading it, you might have the latest version. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to scroll down until we get to the ISO installer. So there it is, Windows 11 ISO image 64 device. So I'm going to select the download, Windows 11 multi-edition, and I click on that, click confirm. I'm going to select the language, which for me, it is English, confirm. So either I could download the ISO image here and then upload it to the Proxmox. But what I'll do, it's easy. Instead of downloading, then uploading, I'll just copy the link address. And I'm going to go back to my Proxmox and upload it to my local disk ISO image where all my ISO will be saved. I'm going to click on download from URL and paste that link that I copied earlier from the Microsoft website. Click on query the URL and you can see Windows 11 is found. I'm going to click on download. While that is downloading, I'm going to search for VirtIO driver ISO, which is going to help install the disk and network driver while installing the Windows 11. So I search for VirtIO drivers on the Google, and the first link I got for Windows 11 VirtIO drivers from Proxmox. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to scroll down a bit and you can see the link for fedorapeople.org. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click on the first link, which is the latest link. And I'm going to search for ISO image. And there it is. Once again, I'm going to copy the link instead of downloading it. I'm going to go back to my Proxmox and, well, this is still downloading. Okay, that is done. So I'm going to close out of this. And I'm going to click on download from URL again and paste that link that I copied from the Proxmox. Query the URL. There it is. I'm going to click on download. So while that is downloading, I'm going to check the system requirement for Windows 11 installation. So over here, you can see that it requires 1 gigahertz of processor and 4 GB of RAM that is required, and then 64 GB of storage. But again, more is better. And for the system firmware, we're going to make sure that we also select UEFI when creating the virtual machine. And we also make sure we enable the TPM when we're creating the virtual machine, and that is required for the Windows 11. So the download has been completed. I'm going to close out of it and I'm going to create the virtual machine now for the Windows 11. Click on create VM. So I only have one node, so I'm going to keep that. And for the VM ID, I'm also going to leave that default. And I'm going to name the virtual machine as Win 11. And I'm going to leave the HA and no resource pool because this is a node and it's not in cluster. I'm going to click next. Then I'm going to select the ISO image for that Windows 11 that I have uploaded. And for the type, I'm going to select Microsoft Windows. And because I'm installing Windows 11, so I'm going to keep that Windows 11 selected. If I were to be installing a different version of Windows, Windows Server 2000 or 2019 XP, then I'll be selecting accordingly. And I'm going to click on add additional drive for VirtIO drivers. And that is the ISO that we downloaded. Press next. Then for the machine type, I'm going to keep that Q35 and BIOS. I have UEFI selected. And for the EFI storage, I'm going to select the same storage that I'm going to be installing the Windows 11 machine on. So that will be a local LVM. So I'm going to uncheck the pre-enroll keys. This is for the secure boot, which is, again, this is the virtual machine. So I'm going to just keep that unchecked. And select Chemo Agent. And this is the TPM that we make sure we enable and select the storage, or else the Windows 11 won't install. Once again, I'm going to select the same storage that I'm installing the Windows 11 on, and that will be local LVM. And I'm going to keep that version 2.0. Press next. And over here for the disk size, and I'm going to select 120 GB of storage. I'm going to click next. Because I only have one socket, so I'm going to select cores of 2. And for the CPU type, I can keep the x86-64 AES. I'm actually going to select the host, so it will represent as the host CPU. Next, for memory, I could either leave it as 4 gig. I'm actually going to select 8 gig over here, as I do have enough memory on this machine. So I'm going to select 8192 in MB. Click next. And for the networking, I'm going to keep that VM bridge 0. That is going to represent as bridge 0 of my network. For the model of the network, you can either select E1000, and that will not ask you to attach the network card while installing the Windows 11. But I'm actually going to select VirtIO model because I'm going to show you how to attach the driver for the network without any code. So I'm going to click next, can confirm and finish. I'm just going to go back to the virtual machine hardware just to make sure everything is all correct before I start the machine. So processor, I can see both the ISO has been attached, the Windows 11, and the VirtIO ISO has been attached. And there's the UEFI disk that has been attached, and also the TPM has been also enabled. So I'm going to go ahead and start the machine. Click start, open the console. I'm going to leave the language and the time default. I'm going to click next. I'm going to click next on the keyboard as well. And yes, I'm installing it. So I'm going to agree to install and delete everything. Click next. And I'm just going to click on I don't have the product key. I'm going to be installing Windows 11 Pro. Pro has more features. I'm able to RDP into this machine. I'm able to join this machine to the domain also. Press next. I'm going to agree to the terms. So there it is. It's asking for the disk where Windows 11 will be installed. And so we need to load that VirtIO driver. First, I'm going to actually load the network card. So that way later on, I will not have any issue when running the Windows 11 installation. So I'm going to click on load driver, select browse, and go into the VirtIO ISO, expand the VirtIO ISO. So I'm going to look for net KVM, and that is going to be the network interface card. And I'm looking for Windows 11, double click, expand to AMD 64, click OK. And I'm going to be installing that Ethernet adapter. So select and install. Now I'm going to be installing the disk driver. One more time, load driver, browse, and under the VirtIO ISO, I'm going to expand, click on AMD 64, select Windows 11, press OK, select the driver and install. And there it is. The disk has been shown. And now I'm going to select that and click on next. I don't need to create the partition because it will do that by itself. Click install. I'm going to select the country. And as you can see that because we have added the network interface card, then it is checking for updates. Otherwise, it would be asking, okay, connect to the internet. And I'm going to name the device as Windows 11. VM. So here I have two options. Either I could select personal use and sign in with the Microsoft account, or set up for work or school, because I wanted to sign in as a local account and not with a Microsoft account. And this is where many people get confused or unable to get through this. I'm actually going to show you how to actually sign in into the local account rather than going through the online account. So we're going to select setup for work and school, press next. So here, once again, it's asking to sign in with the Microsoft account. I'm going to click on sign in options, and I'm going to select a domain join instead. Here it's asking to enter my name. I can create the password, and this is for the local account, by the way. And over here, I'm just going to randomly select anything. So I'm just going to disable, say, I'm just going to click no on it. Once again, no for finding my device. So the Windows has been installed. I just signed in. The first thing we can do is we make sure that the time and the dates are correct. We make sure the time zone is also correct. Looks good. Just going to close out of it. Next, I'm going to see if there's any drivers that needs updates. So right click on start, click on device manager, and you can see there are two drivers that needs attention. So I'm going to go back to my ISO image and explore that MSI installer. So I'm going to expand the ISO, scroll down, and there it is, VirtIO 64-bit Windows installer. I'm going to double click it, run the installer. Next. And make sure that everything is selected, no uncheck. Next, install. And on the left, under the device manager, you can see the device drivers are being updated. Okay, I'm going to click finish. Yes, all the drivers have been updated. I'm actually going to restart the machine to make sure that all the drivers gets updated. Okay, we're back online. Windows started. I'm just going to go back and confirm to make sure all the drivers are being updated. And you can see no drivers need attention. So I'm just going to close out of it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and check for Windows Update. So go to Settings, right click on Start, go to Settings, scroll down, Windows Update. And there are some updates available. So I'm just going to click and download and install all. So after the update, I'm going to shut down the machine, and then I'm going to take the snapshot. So if I ever needed to go back and refresh my machine, I have the snapshot to go back to. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave the comments below. In the next video, I'll show you how to optimize the Windows 11 for better performance inside the Proxmox. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.